You read his promise on the Jennings website. You will own $100 million in intellectual property. Now, I know what Jason meant. We talked about it. He meant you would own everything. I also know what he meant by own. We had systematized taking ownership, making everyone an owner and owning your own personal prosperity plan. So the purpose of the summit was clear. You will own everything. Then came COVID-19, so we adapted. Then came the worldwide shutdown, so we improvised. Then came Jason's tragic passing, and I was stumped. Until, in the dark, I heard his voice. Adapt, improvise, and what, LH? Yeah, but I know. Overcome. But overcome how? Let me tell you a story. This is a true story. It happened in 1978. Now, out of respect for the living, I'm not going to disclose any names or locations, but out of respect for you, the rest is told exactly and precisely as it occurred. We were struggling growing the consulting company. We were two rambunctious, wild-eyed disruptors, and we were invading a cozy media world. Until one day, when one of the most prestigious groups in the United States said yes. We were thrilled. This was going to launch us into the big time. One wrinkle, just one. The boss wanted an exclusive super seminar to launch with his group. Jason Jennings, he said, emphatically must do the 2 days. Well, I asked, Jason said yes. We made the deal. The night before, I flew in and I unpacked in my room. The phone rang. Mr. H, it's me. I can't make it. You're going to have to fly solo. He probably said why. I couldn't hear it. My blood pressure was so high, it sounded like there was a freight train running through my head. I couldn't sleep all night. I was absolutely, positively panicked. Screwed up all my courage, got to the room 7:45, and it was already full. 100 general managers, sales managers, and headquarters staff. The boss man approached. Where's Jason? He said. He's not here, I started to sputter. He can't be here. And he, at that moment, turned to the front wall with his back to the attendees. I need to tell you something. This was a big guy. Not just big. Game of Thrones big. And he never yelled, not one word. Nope, he just whispered. I'm very disappointed. You promised me. Deal's off. I'll call Jennings. First, I've got to tell my people. Let me tell them. Let me say I'm sorry. And then I did something very different than say I'm sorry. I don't know where it came from. I know I had nothing to lose. Good morning, everybody, I said to the group. Welcome to the Jennings Super Seminar. I am not Jason Jennings. In fact, Jason Jennings will not be here. It's just me. And there was the murmuring covering the room. What, an understudy? A stand-in? Does this guy know who we are? Oh, let me be totally honest. And I stared them right in the eye. Jennings not going to be here, and that is the best news ever for each and every leader here. What? What did he say? Is this guy crazy? Having some sort of a breakdown? Calm down, I said. This is not a coup by Lawrence Houghton. This is no mutiny in the Midwest. This is the best news ever because people have been calling our work the Jennings system. And that's not true. Every leader that came before you, every colleague that took the education that we delivered and made it theirs, well, what you're going to learn includes everything and all their contributions too. So I'm not here so that you guys can install the Jennings system. At the end of the day tomorrow, what you'll own will be the Rolf Pepley system, the Dave Norman system, and I went through and named every general manager and sales manager in that room and told them it would be their system. That's what Jason really wants. He wants you to make this yours. So him not being here is perfect. Our adventure starts in just 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. And then I want you to be ready to transform your business. Well, they filed out, and again, the boss man came to the front. He again turned his back to the room and motioned me over. "Shake my hand," he said in that scary whisper of his. "I'll call Jennings. The deal's back on." The success that followed was phenomenal. We became a national consulting company. We were hired by the Advertising Bureau to headline their USA rollout of the new big ideas for media. That day was our game changer. I learned that phenomenal success follows whenever we could get people to take ownership. But it's not important what I learned. What's important is what it means to you. We can do that again. We can make everything yours and all the success that follows if you will come with me to Tiburon. Come with me to Tiburon. Every Jennings Super Seminar, every cassette tape, every speech, every DVD, every training system, every chapter of every book, every keynote, and every podcast started and was refined in a conversation. Jason and me. I remember every point and all the details, and I will give them to you. Come with me to Tiburon. When and what? Well, that's going to follow just as soon as they let us know that we can coordinate flights and make some details. And in between that time, we're going to adapt. We're going to improvise. And ultimately, we will overcome. Come with me to Tiburon. I need to warn you, though. It's not going to be me being Jason Mini-Me. I'm me. Whenever we talked, Jason wanted me to put everything through the grinder. You read about that. To challenge, to test, to adapt, to learn from him, and even to teach him new things. It was always exciting. It was great, but it was exhausting, and it was tough. But you, come with me to Tiburon. Tough, exhausting, thrilling, complete. It'll be everything Jason wanted you to hear and make yours. And we'll grow together like the Sita Ashoka. That's the sacred tree that Jason planted, the one that you saw and you read about and heard about. Description from Ravi. And Ravi explained how it grows, and we will grow. We will add branches, we will add leaves, we will add flowers, and maybe, as Frederick said to me when I was previewing this idea, hey, why a tree, LH? Let's grow an orchard. If this is for you, put your hand up and let me know quickly now by email. And if you do, man, that's great. And if not, okay, maybe another time. But if this sounds like the big idea for you, then tell me, yes, I will come with you to Tiburon. I'm going to close now with, again, that tree of wisdom, our metaphor for the summit and all our days ahead. I look forward to seeing you in Tiburon.
Sita Ashoka. This is one of the most legendary and sacred trees of India. This is a unique place in the Indian epic Ramayana. Ashoka in Sanskrit means no grief and full of happiness. The tree has deep green leaves and colorful and fragrant bright orange and yellow flowers. At BFW, we have a tradition where our important guests plant a tree. Sita Ashoka was the most appropriate tree for a unique person like Jason. Jason planted this tree when he visited us last October. The tree will constantly remind us of the knowledge and happiness that Jason shared with us. Jason planted this tree of wisdom. As it grows taller, we will keep reminding us to share and spread the values that Jason stood for.